Hi, my name is Kathy Donaldson, and this is my concert report video for the contemporary performance that I attended that had four pieces. It had a contemporary dance piece, and it had two films, one being Wormwood, and then one being Moon Broke Quiet, and then it had a final playback piece with the conductor. So the first piece was the contemporary dance. It had eight dancers dancing on stage with Charles Geeter playing the piano to the side. Um, the piano is live, and it kind of had this like emotional, kind of like haunted timbre. Like the tempo would like pick up really fast, and then the dancers would like follow along with the like beat of the piano. The dancers were really expressive. They were swaying their arms around, touching each other, like rolling around on the floor and everything. And all of the dynamics of the piano playing matched that. It was a little bit unsettling, but it was also pretty interesting to watch. I've never seen anything like it, so it was something new for sure. The next the next piece was Wormwood, which is by Kate Fleming, and I actually looked it up after the concert, and it's actually the video is about mental health and depression and how it can feel um, how people can feel isolated and heavy and everything. The beats kind of layered over each other, and it had this like very like high pitched like ringing noise during it. The dynamics would change suddenly, which was like it kind of made me feel tense while I was watching it. It was very modern and emotional. It was just different clips of the girl in the video doing all of these strange movements and everything. It was like expressing like her pain and sadness and everything. And then the next film was Moon Broke Quiet by Tyler Bradley Walker. And this one was interesting to watch. It was more like abstract, and it had like a calmer mood to it. The tempo was slower and steadier, and it was videos of like outside, like in the dark, the moon being out, obviously. The timbre of the sounds, it was softer, it was less harsh than Wormwood, for example, wasn't all these high pitch rings, but it still kind of had like a eerie feeling to it, a little bit unsettling. But yeah. And then the last piece was a playback piece, and how it started off was the conductor stepped out and he brought a chair and he set it on stage, and a piece of music was playing over it while he sat and he stared at us. And it was a little awkward because the conductor wasn't conducting anything, obviously. He was just sitting there. But I think the whole point of it was for the audience to like sit in the uncomfortableness and the silentness. And then after it ended, we were told not to clap or anything. So, and then he got up and he walked away, and then it ended. But yeah, I've never been to a concert like this before. I've been to some music concerts, but mainly they were like orchestra music concerts. So I was a little unsure at first when I was watching this and how to talk about it because everything was new and everything. But it made me realize that like not all music concerts are like just watching people play instruments, you know. It can be things like films and contemporary dances, and still like learning the dynamics and the tempos and beats throughout all of it. I would say that my favorite part was the contemporary dance. Um, Even though at some points it was a little odd, I guess I would say. Very much respect though for the dancers. They definitely have practiced that a lot, but it was unusual. I've never seen anything like it. But I would like to learn about how composers and the choreographers work together for things like that. Like, for example, the man playing piano while the dancers were dancing. It was a unique experience, but definitely something that I will remember. So, yeah, thank you for listening. That's my concert report.